Thank you for double-clicking your mouse tonight. You're listening to the Midnight Frightcast in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody? Midnight Frights is back after a involuntary hiatus. Not sure why that happened, but it doesn't matter because we are back right here. This is episode 86. I am your host for the day, Greg, the movie guy, and I am really freaking excited because we have not done this in 2 months. How have we not done this in 2 months? Somebody answer that for me. Maddie, welcome back to the podcast. Why haven't we done this in 2 months?
Shit happened. Quarantine.
Good answer.
Fucking shit. Yeah.
Josh is also in the room. Josh, why have we not podcasted in 2 months?
COVID!
Another good answer. And last, but very much not least, our very grateful and great sound editor. I'm just rambling off adjectives here. I apologize, Patrick.
Hey, everybody.
Why haven't we done this in 2 months?
Why have we done this for a while? Because each of us are involved in our own personal shit shows.
That is, okay, we have 3 very solid answers. We are going to get rocking and rolling. There's no sense in dragging this out. Everybody, what have you been doing? What have you been watching? What can you tell us that we have been missing out on the last couple months? Somebody hit me.
There's every sense to drag this out. It's been 2 months. We can drag it out for like 4 hours. All right, we got a lot to cover. 2 months. Real quick, I was going to slide this in here real quick. I know I told you guys before. We started, I can't really cover this a lot, and I know Maddie said she couldn't really speak on it a lot, but I knew Greg and Patrick were fans of the Marvel Universe thing. So just wanted to kind of slide in and chat really quick. Was it been a week now? The death of Chadwick Boseman? All I can really say, just a little bit of knowledge that I have is 4 years of making those movies and hiding and fighting through cancer is fucking crazy. And I know starting this podcast off with this discussion is a super downer. I promise we'll bring it back up. But I just wanted to chat really quick about your thoughts on the death of Chadwick Boseman, kind of how you felt when you heard that news.
Well, first of all,
I wouldn't call it a super downer. Go ahead, Patrick.
No, I was going to say, well, first of all, it sucks, because it's such a great contribution to the Marvel Universe, and he was the perfect person for the role. This caught me completely off guard. I did not know that he had been battling colon cancer for the past 4 years. I kind of agree with what some people are saying online, that they should not recast that role. They should turn the Black Panther role itself over to someone who already exists in the universe.
Yeah.
So there's a theory, and I think it goes along with the comic book story, that his sister, the one who gave him all the gadgets, actually takes over as Black Panther. And there's a lot of call for that to actually happen because she's already in the universe. I agree. I 100% agree. That'd be awesome.
And besides the Black Panther, because first everybody goes directly to the Black Panther whenever we talk about Chadwick Boseman, but 42, Get On Up, The Five Bloods, 21 Bridges. He had even just in that few years where he kind of really blew up, he had a filmography that was really, really great. You heard how great he was. Just people talk about how great he was in all those films. Like I said, I know everybody goes directly to the Black Panther because of just how big of a character that was. But he did have a really great filmography, and said fighting 4 years and making all those movies, and just to have that will and that strength to get through all those things. We know what it's like to kind of make a movie and when we're healthy, and it's hard and it sucks and it's a lot of work and you're dead at the end of your day, you're tired. So can you I just can't I can't wrap my head around dealing with it and going through all the things that he went through. So,
and it definitely, I think they need to lower the colon cancer screening age, because right now most insurances won't cover it unless you're over 50. But they have shown, they've definitely shown that there is a huge rise in colon cancer in younger people.
Yep.
I definitely think that they need to lower that and at least have insurance cover it, because it's so expensive, and you should not have something so preventable like keeping you from staying healthy.
It's actually one of the most treatable forms of cancer.
It really is. And like, you can catch it early, and a colonoscopy is not the world's biggest deal, not the world's funnest thing ever, but it's not.
You fall asleep, you wake up.
With your butt sore. We've all done it. Yeah.
Big of a deal at all.
The prep is the worst part.
Yeah, the prep is the worst part. But
like surgery prep is not fun, but like, no, this is something that of course, his death is so sad, but I also hope that like it kind of changes some things, because he was 42. This was a young man. And I hope that this kind of like points to, we need to have some changes in our healthcare period, but definitely need to have some changes in that area, and definitely lower that age of when you start screening and when insurance will pay for screenings.
Yeah. This was a rough piece of news that we got. And, when I read it, it kind of hit me the same way that it hit me when Robin Williams had passed away. And it's one of those, like, you don't want to see these stars go. Granted, you don't have a personal relationship with them, but what they're doing, what they're able to do, and what they could be doing in their future career to not only entertain us as viewers, but possibly change people's lives, change worlds, and anything like that. You see that in these types of talents, and Chadwick Boseman was definitely one of those talents. And I got caught up in some of the interviews that he had done right after the release of Black Panther, and just my heart breaks. Just every time I see these videos and I see pictures of him, my heart breaks because of this news, and it sucks. There's no other way to put it. It freaking sucks.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's talk about what we've been doing these last 2 months. So, Patrick, what do you got?
Hey, I believe it's a what we've been doing, what we've been watching type segment here, right?
I think Josh called it the catch-up moment. So
okay, well,
give us some Heinz 52.
In the past few months, I have married off a daughter. I have had, my 27th wedding anniversary.
Yay!
A bunch of other stuff thanks to COVID. My job is... So I'm spending time trying to figure out things there. So it's been busy working on the house, projects, etc. So it's kind of a catch-up thing with what I've been doing. I've been doing the social distancing, staying in my home and everything else. Have not been going out partying, which, all that sucks. Let's hope it gets better in the next year. What I've been watching, I finished The Outsider. This is a mini-series based on Stephen King's novel of the same name on HBO. Few minor changes to what was in the book, but still a pretty good series produced by Jason Bateman. It followed the story pretty well. It could have been probably 2 episodes shorter, but if you have a chance, watch it. Under Greg's recommendation, I've binged a series called Dead to Me on...
Yes.
What was that? On Netflix.
Netflix.
The 4th or 5th episode of the first season, it threw you that twist, and you're like, son of a bitch, you kicked me in the nuts, and I'm gonna keep watching more. So that's a series that I also would recommend. And then movie-wise, I caught Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Oh, I don't like the sad face.
Was it better than catching COVID?
It was one of those things where I had really, really high expectations for, and it just did not deliver. So I'll just put that out there.
Did you miss George Carlin's presence in that movie?
A little bit, but it just didn't. I mean, they could have handled it whatever way they wanted to. It still did not deliver.
That's too bad.
Yep.
All right. Maddie, give us some Heinz 52. Catch up.
Oh, okay. So you said that to
I'm
the
full of bad
vegetarian.
jokes, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say you said that to the vegetarian. I don't know what the fuck that is.
It's tomato base.
My wife puts ketchup on macaroni and cheese. You're fine.
What the fuck, Em? Oh, that's foul. Anyway, I actually have taken a huge break from watching movies. Not anything on purpose, but I started a new job. I'm still in school, all that shit, and my enthusiasm for the horror industry has actually just really gone down quite a bit because everything's been so disappointing this last year. Like, it's been bad. Like, yeah, just give me some snuff films and leave me alone. So I haven't been watching anything, except for I've been watching Shark Tank for the past, 2 months. Like, I'm obsessed. And I never realized how many products I use that came from Shark Tank. But now we have a bird outside that we named Kevin because it doesn't have any feathers on its head. But other than that, I put my Halloween decorations up, and that's kind of it. I have not watched a single movie. I did watch a great documentary the other night on Cannibal Island in the Soviet Union, and that was really cool. And they put a bunch of people on an island, and they ended up eating each other. There was a girl who was talking. She lived in a village close to it, and they brought this woman into her house and with rags wrapped around her ankles and around her legs, and they took them off, and her calves had been sliced off and eaten. So that was interesting.
Ooh.
But other than that, yeah, I haven't really watched anything. But also have not been running around and partying. I've been staying in my house except for when I have to go to work. And, I wear my mask up over covering my nose. I don't dick nose it like I see a lot of people doing. So thank you, cunts. You're the reason we can't leave the house still.
Yay, dick nose.
Yay, dick nose.
Dick
Josh,
nose is my new favorite term.
What do you got, Josh? Catch us up.
Well, I've been doing a couple house projects here and there. Started turning one of my kids' bedrooms into a game room. That has halted production because other stuff was going on, so I have to pick that back up. The one of the big things I started to do during COVID was, unfortunately in my life, I own mirrors. And finally, for the first time in my life, I was able to look in a mirror and tell myself, you're really, really fat. Not just kind of fat, but fat. So I started hardcore working out. Halfway, yeah, clap in the air. Halfway to my weight loss goal. Yeah, I'm doing that. My wife's starting to do the same thing. But other than that, killing movies. I have a small list. I promise it's small. Shudder's been killing it for me. Really, really a lot of good stuff on Shudder. Haven't even touched half of it. But just a small, quick list on Shudder that I would recommend. Shudder put out an original called Yummy. It is a zombie movie. People that are really sick of zombie movies, it's good enough to be different and to keep you entertained, and it moves really, really fast. I really enjoyed Yummy on Shudder. There's a movie called The Pool on Shudder, which is a creature feature, really good. And then last night into today, I watched a movie called The Shed, which is a movie that's been on our list that we've talked about in the past. The Shed is really, really good. If you can chase it down and you have time, an hour and 30 minutes, I guess, to watch it, it's a quick watch. It's really fun, really good. And then I think Patrick watched a movie that kind of recommended, so I went and watched it, In Search of Darkness. Anybody else watch that?
It's on my list.
On Shudder. Really, really good. Otherwise, I watched a movie called The Wretched on Hulu, which was really good. And then The Babysitter Killer Queen is coming out here soon. So I went back and rewatched The Babysitter, which was fun. And finally, outside of horror, I finally caught Uncut Gems, which was just, I think, my second favorite Adam Sandler movie of all time.
I've heard outstanding things about it. Haven't had a chance to see it yet.
It's take your anxiety medicine because it's anxiety inducing. But yeah, right behind Punch Drunk Love, Uncut Gems is probably my favorite Adam Sandler movie now. So tried to make it quick, guys. Sorry if I talked too long. I'm done now.
All good. So I kind of took the same route as Maddie, and I did not watch a lot. I have not watched a lot, really. And no particular reason. It's just there's not a lot that's been good that's looked interesting coming out, and I'm trying to do some stuff around the house. We've been working on our basement, trying to get that finished finally, and we're so close that I want to devote most of my time to that. However, I've had a chance to watch some things. over on Apple Plus, there was a World War II movie that came out starring Tom Hanks called Greyhound. Highly, highly recommend. This was a right out of the gate, punch you in the face, and it's just intense from minute 1 to the end of the credits roll. It's a great movie. Highly recommend checking that one out. Stumbled upon over on Disney Plus a documentary on the making of Frozen 2. It's an episodic docu-series. I love behind-the-scenes type stuff. They talk a lot about the writing and the making of the music and just how a lot of stuff came together. And it's just really fascinating docu-series. So definitely check that one out. The biggest thing that I've really been watching has been baseball. Baseball came back at the end of July, and I have not missed a day without watching at least a couple innings of a game. So that's about it. There's not much I can say about baseball. It's been great to have that back and be able to watch something. So that's really about what I've been up to. So
did you watch the first 3 episodes of The Boys dropped, and I had no idea. Did any of you guys watch that one?
It's in my queue right now. I haven't had a chance to see it.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't coming out
on my
next
list
week.
to watch.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get rocking and rolling. Enough with the past. Let's move on to the future. We watched a trailer a couple months ago, and now we're going to talk about it. That trailer was the highly, highly anticipated Terrifier 2. I know Maddie's got some things about it. So, Maddie, take it away.
Oh my God, I am so excited. I made a Facebook post about this, in between my possums and pictures of my dog. I normally do not get this excited about anything. But as I said in my post, Terrifier's been one of the, less than 10 horror movies that's come out in the past 5 years that I'm fuck yeah, this is quality ass shit. And so to have a second one come out and it looks just as gory and just as fun and just as amazing, and art is still such a creepy motherfucker, I am just so excited. I am so excited. I'm so excited! This is awesome!
Maddie, are you excited for this movie?
Fuck yeah, motherfucker! Let's get this thing out! Roll it out! I don't even give a fuck. I don't care if another movie doesn't come out for the next 10 years if I can just watch Terrifier 2. I've watched this trailer a couple hundred times. Sometimes I get up and it's the first thing I watch in the morning is the new Terrifier trailer. I'm just I need some evil clown in my life. Let's go.
Fantastic. Josh, talk about it.
So I rewatched it before we jumped on. And again, just like Maddie, I loved Terrifier. I'm super excited about Terrifier 2 coming out. I know the one thing we chatted about months ago when we first kind of watched and talked about this trailer coming out was the fear kind of that we had was, what's this Terrifier going to look like with a budget? And it wasn't just me, or does this movie look a little cleaner than the first Terrifier, and it doesn't look as gritty as the first one? I'm not saying that's a bad thing. They have money now. They can shoot a clean movie. It's great. All the other structure and all the other things that make Terrifier great are there, but I feel like watching that trailer, that movie looks really clean now. And that's the only thing that kind of took me out, was I was waiting for this gritty kind of feeling from it, and it wasn't there anymore. So that would be the only negative thing. And I only say something negative because we're Zooming and not in person, so Manny can't crack my neck. But that's the only negative thing I would say about this trailer. I'm super excited about the protagonist in the movie, this fight with this girl and this whole thing they've been talking about and building up. I'm really excited to see just a new group of people meet Art the Clown. So
yeah, I kind of I love gritty movies. I love that look, but on the other hand, I got a proud mama moment because the first movie, I know they just kind of used whatever money they had, and then to see that it was so well received that they got enough Kickstarter funds to fund this movie and make it look nice. You're just oh my God, there goes my baby girl, out to destroy people. Good for you. I understand missing that grit, but at the same time, I just think it's so cool that movie was so well received that they got enough money to film it on a real camera and not an iPhone.
Patrick.
I'm kind of in the Josh boat as well. I'm extremely excited for this movie, but it did seem a little clean to me. One of the things that made it really, in the first one, very endearing to me was that it looked like an 80s slasher, that it had that older look, film grain, scratches. It had that raw feel to it. And I hope that they're able to still establish a similar feel by story and everything else if it's going to be too pretty of a film. It would be my only concern with this. But I am so looking forward to this movie.
Yeah.
I do love the fights between Art and the winged protagonist.
Right.
I don't know what the setup is with that, but that fight that they were showing looked pretty fucking awesome. The other thing I really appreciate is because it was crowdfunded, they are dropping these snippets on YouTube that show some of the behind the scenes stuff. So if you have a chance to catch some of that as well,
cool.
do, because it's really kind of cool.
That's awesome.
I'm actually sitting in Maddie's boat. Like I appreciate that they have a budget. I appreciate that it looks a little bit cleaner. I don't care. This is going to be such a fun watch. I didn't watch the trailer until just before we started the podcast, and I'm excited. Like I am jonesing to get out and go see this. I'm hoping that they have theatrical release because I think it's going to be a lot more fun in cinema. But wherever you send it, wherever you drop it, I will watch it like day of that this movie comes out. This is going to be a fun watch. So on board for Terrifier 2. All right. When we last met, we were in the midst of a series of Horror Jeopardy. We're going to do part 3 because I had created that thinking we would do this way back when, and we're just playing catch up now. So are you guys ready for Horror Part 3?
Yes,
Horror
I am
Jeopardy
now
Part
ready
3?
for Josh to kick my ass once again.
Yeah, take
This
it
is
away,
gonna be-
Alex.
This is going to be a little tougher. I made the questions a lot more stumping, so we
Why?
are
Why
going
would you
to,
do that?
To make up
because
for
I want to see you all
softball questions
struggle.
I threw out.
It's been a couple months since we looked stupid, so this is going to go well.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to give the first question to Maddie. So, Maddie, what do you got?
I'll take plots explained horribly for 200, Alex.
Well, I probably should go through these. So we have plots explained horribly. I see dead posters.
Nice.
Trivial Cursuit, focusing on specific curses in movies. I know what you acted in last summer. I don't remember what it was. It's what other people have acted in or what movies they may have acted in. We'll get there. And then A State of Fear, determining states in which horror movies have happened.
Ooh,
This is
All right.
goddamn genius, Greg.
yeah, this is great.
I had some time to work on it. So, all right, Maddie, you said plots explained horribly for 200.
Yeah, sure.
A case of mistaken identity foils two friends and their planned trip to their cabin.
Got it. Oh,
Shut up,
does Maddie go
Josh!
first? I'm sorry. I thought we buzzed in. I'm sorry.
Nope, Maddie gets first answer, and then if she gets it wrong, it goes on to the next.
Okay. Sorry.
Is this cabin fever?
That is incorrect. Josh,
Buzz,
would you
buzz,
like to
buzz,
steal?
buzz. Is it Tucker and Dale versus Evil? Greg's favorite movie.
You got it. All right. Josh, the board is yours.
Plots explained horribly for 400, Alex.
Moving along. A man gets to experience the fear of that time of the month.
Oh, ding. Oh, Josh is up.
Yeah.
Ding!
Josh is up.
Don't you worry, Patrick. You can ding, dude. Okay, hang on a second. I'm gonna throw out a movie. God damn it. Just give me 5 seconds.
4,
Teeth?
3.
Teeth. Is it teeth?
I don't believe so.
Oh, well, son of a bitch, I was wrong.
All right. Patrick or Maddie?
Patrick, that's on you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw out something. It's probably wrong, but it's most likely wrong. January Man.
That is incorrect. Maddie?
All right.
Carrie?
I believe that is also incorrect. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Well,
It's
you can
been
tell
so
we're
long.
all thinking about periods.
It's been so long. I don't remember a lot of these answers, so you'll have to bear with me. All right.
This is gonna go well.
Josh, the board goes back to you.
600, Greg.
Newlywed Newlyweds, there's supposed to be an S there, Newlywed takes part in a crazy in-law family tradition.
Is this open or is this me?
Did you?
Oh, fuck. I know the name of this movie. I know the movie. It's, I'm not going to get up and go look. It's on my shelf. But I can't think of the name of the movie. So
you have 5
pass.
seconds. All right. Patrick or Maddie?
Pass.
Is it ready or not?
Maddie gets the points.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that goddamn thing.
Yeah, I knew it. I just didn't think of it. I kept wanting to say, like, game board movie.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the name. All I could think of was Samara Weaving.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maddie, the board goes to you.
I'll take plots explained horribly for 800.
Small town doctor brings 3 people closer together.
Human centipede!
I'm 90% sure that's correct. Yep. Maddie.
I'll clear that topic.
Family's first Airbnb experience goes very wrong.
The Lodge?
That is incorrect.
Oh.
Josh or Patrick? Although the Lodge would have worked.
I think I should get half points.
Nope.
Bite me.
I'm going to try 13 cameras.
That is incorrect. Josh?
Oh, that was my guess. I was going to say the same thing, yeah.
The Shining. The Shining.
That was an Airbnb. He was working there for the summer. That's not how that works.
This plot's explained horribly, Maddie.
Yeah.
But not inaccurately.
It doesn't have to make sense.
It's very close to inaccurate. All right. Maddie, you had the last one, so.
Yeah, let's do I See Dead posters for 200.
Going down the line. All right. So this category, you'll see a very, very zoomed in part of a poster, and you have to guess what the poster is. So for 200, name this poster.
Scream.
You are correct. All right.
400.
I See Dead posters for 400.
The fuck is that? E.T.
That is incorrect.
Oh, no.
Josh or Patrick?
Donnie Darko.
That is incorrect. Patrick?
I do not have a clue.
What is that?
That's what I said.
Oh, for fingers, yeah.
Poltergeist. The answer was Poltergeist. Maddie?
600. I don't know why. Saw.
Oh.
Damn it. That was quick.
I believe that is correct.
That's
yes,
correct.
it is. Okay.
Like I wouldn't get that.
This is bullshit, Maddie. You've been studying Jeopardy for the last couple months. That's what's been going on. That's why
I've been drinking for the last couple months, Josh. Mind your business. 800.
All right. Ooh. I forgot about this one.
The Thing?
Final answer?
Yes. I almost
All
said
right,
The
Maddie's
Void,
on the
but I
board
know
here.
nobody would put anything in there because, yeah. All right, 1,000.
I should have. I didn't think that one.
How can you not think
Alright.
of The Void?
I See Dead posters for 1,000. I don't know.
Is that a vagina?
Oh, okay.
Not
Nope.
like anyone I've ever seen.
What is that?
5 seconds.
The Purge.
That is incorrect. Josh or Patrick?
I'm going to say Terrifier. Boom, motherfucker!
I'm really sorry
Good
I called
guess.
a part of Art the Clown's face a vagina.
It was right here is where I pulled that from.
So I'm going to
This
have
is
a
a really
lot
good
of fun
category.
editing the podcast, describing to our listening viewers what we were looking at.
Oh, shit.
They'll get over it. Hey, cut that part out if you need to. All right, Josh, you have the board.
I'll just go across the board, Greg. Trivial Pursuit.
All right.
200.
200. Any lament for missing this film could have you painfully strung up.
What?
Any lament for missing this film could have you painfully strung up.
I have no fucking idea. Should I feel stupid about this? I have no idea.
No, I told you I made this tough. It's only going to get worse from here.
Cool.
So Patrick or Maddie? Any
Hellraiser!
adventures? Maddie gets it.
I would have never known
Nope, never would have.
that shitty guess.
Maddie, the board is back to you.
400 for Trivial Pursuit.
This American-made film had nothing well to do with Blockbuster as it circled the drain.
Oh my God, Greg. What is wrong with you, dude? This is terrible. This is like...
The Grudge?
That is incorrect. I see Patrick waving his hand.
Ding the Ring.
That
Patrick
was my
gets it.
second guess. I was like, it was one of those. But, like, the Grudge had more bathtubs in it, so I was like, let's...
That puts me on the board.
The key was
finally.
in the circling the drain. It was the circle was the key word in there. All right, Patrick.
That one was for 600, right?
400.
That was for 400.
Oh, that was for 400? I'm just trying to keep score
Yep.
here. 400. I'm going to go with State of Fear for 200.
State of Fear for 200. A family's working winter holiday goes awry when supernatural forces and a clairvoyant Danny experience horror like never before, set in this snowy state.
Colorado.
Patrick gets that one. Colorado is correct. All right.
State of Fear for 400.
Deranged son Michael returns to Haddonfield to claim the life of his sister Lori and slash a few others in his way to this Midwestern state.
Oh, God, I should know this, and I want to say Illinois, and that's wrong.
That's it.
Is it?
I would say that's it.
Illinois.
All right.
That's correct.
State of Fear for 600.
The shot-for-shot remake of Young Love and Vampire starring Chloe Grace Moretz is set in this state.
I literally have no
I
clue
remember.
on this one.
One.
I know the movie, though. So I'm just going to throw out Massachusetts. I have no idea.
I believe that is incorrect. Josh or Maddie for the steal?
New York?
That is incorrect, I believe.
I don't know. California.
New Mexico.
Why would a vampire go there? It's sunny all the time.
Not at night.
All the time.
All right. Patrick.
Let's
The
do
board
the
remains
same
yours.
column for 800.
What
State
did
of Fear
you
for
say?
800.
This isn't about a colon.
A young couple, Rosemary and husband Guy, move into their new apartment, hoping for their new baby, and meet some weird neighbors in this state.
I believe
I
that
couldn't read
is
my own writing. That's terrible. Final answer?
final answer, New York.
That is correct.
Let's finish the column out then.
All
Patrick
right.
comes back with a clean sweep.
A girls' cave expedition trip descends into being lost, hunted, and horror in this Appalachian state.
Helped if I actually knew where the Appalachians ran through. I am horrible at geography.
5 seconds.
I have no clue.
Josh or Maddie?
West Virginia?
I believe that is incorrect.
I also have zero clue. I know the movie, just don't know
I know the movie too.
Yeah,
I just,
North Carolina.
that's the same thing as West Virginia.
That is false. Had it been wrong turn, you would have been correct. All right. Patrick, the board remains yours.
I know what you acted in last summer for 200.
Tyler Labine once showed up drunk on a porno set, also shined as this titular character in this horror movie.
No clue.
Are
Dr. Maddie?
there people that don't show up drunk to porno sets?
This one was filmed. I guess they're all filmed, but
That's what makes it a porn and not prostitution.
now remember, you're guessing the horror movie, not the one they showed up in or what they appeared in.
Oh, I was gonna say that's not Debbie Does Dallas, is it?
No. No guesses?
No.
Um,
I guess, yeah, I don't.
The movie he showed up drunk into a porno set was Zack and Miri Make a Porno. The horror movie, Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Oh,
I'm super confused on this topic, Greg.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry.
Where can I clarify? What can I clarify?
so we're looking for like what else they've been in.
So I'll go back to this one here. I'm
Yeah.
stating the actor that you're
Right.
focusing on.
Right.
I'm stating what they once also showed up in, but you're going to be guessing the horror movie because this is a
Oh.
horror
They were in.
trivia. So
You got it.
that was partially my fault. I should have better described that. So the horror movie is what you're looking for. Keep that one in mind.
Okay.
Well, then I'm going to
Patrick.
go to Trivial Pursuit for 800.
For 800,
Yeah.
600 had not been picked. Just throwing that out.
Oh, then go 600 just for the hell of it.
This 96 adaptation had a slim chance of being a total waste. Talking curse movies here.
Right. Thinner.
That's a
That is
great
correct.
guess.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Same column, 800.
All right. This film's curse can be easily avoided by following the supposed number one rule in horror movies.
Scream.
That is incorrect.
Ooh. It
Maddie.
follows.
Very
Maddie
good,
for the
Maddie.
win. All right, Maddie, the board is back to you.
Trivial Pursuit for 1,000.
A 58 from 83, and you might be left in a fury. 5 seconds.
Oh shit, I have no clue.
Patrick or Josh?
Nothing for me.
I knew this was going to be a tough one. Josh, you got nothing?
Balls. Nope.
Oh fuck! I was thinking Christine.
I was thinking
That
Maximum
pisses me
Overdrive.
off. Yeah, no, I was like, is that Christine? And then I was like, no, that's stupid.
I was just sitting here trying to do the math in my head.
The 58
right.
was referring to the year of the car.
Right.
Yep.
And the Fury was the actual car. All right. Let's see. Maddie had the last one, so Maddie, board is still yours.
I guess I know what you acted in for whatever one's next.
400.
Yeah, let's.
Jeremy Sisto, once the douchey Elton, was the redeemable Scott in this horror movie.
I hate this category.
Apparently my internet connection is stable.
Shit.
Who the fuck is Scott? Who the fuck is Jeremy? You know what? It doesn't help that, like, never mind. I'm not going to be a dickhead. August Underground.
That is incorrect.
Good pick, Maddie.
Josh or Patrick for the steal?
Pass.
Josh?
I have no fucking idea.
Wrong turn.
Who saw that movie? I did. 900 times.
I did.
I saw it on
fantastic.
a lot of volume.
Maddie, the board is still yours.
I mean, do I have a choice? Just 600.
Well, you could jump to the 1,000.
This is fucking impossible.
Naomi Harris, a witch on the high seas, had a role in this infectious horror movie.
August Underground.
That is incorrect. Josh or Patrick?
Infectious.
Um.
Nope. So far, we've named 3 actors. I don't even know who the hell they are.
Right.
Okay. Then I did my job well.
So, I don't know.
No guess?
No.
28 days later.
800, Greg.
Moving along. Dane DeHaan spent time in a drug-induced nightmare world of music, then appears as the lead in this horror movie.
August Underground.
Nope.
Green Room.
Nope.
Don't Breathe.
What the fuck even is that movie?
It's a horror movie.
Life After Beth.
Richard Brake, responsible for the deaths of Thomas and Martha, wasn't clowning around in this horror movie.
31.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you got
Coming
that.
out. Well done, Maddie. All
Way to
right.
wrap it, Maddie.
Yeah.
That was Horror Double Jeopardy.
We got one right in that whole fucking category. One.
That
And
is
it was
accurate.
$1,000
Okay,
question.
so keeping score,
Oh, we were?
Josh came in third with 1,200. I came in second with 2,400. And Maddie spanked us all at 5,000.
Please don't ever say I spanked y'all again.
It was my birthday.
Maddie gave us a slap and tickle with 5,000.
That was part 3. Nicely done. Nicely done. Let's keep this rocking and rolling. Let's finish this out strong. We watched a movie. It's a very appropriate movie for what we're kind of going through right now. That movie was Host over on Shudder. And Patrick, I hope you have got the deets.
I do have the deets. Host 2020, running at a mere 57 minutes, showing exclusively now on Shudder. 6 friends hire a medium to hold a seance via Zoom during lockdown, but they get far more than they bargained for as things quickly go wrong. When an evil spirit starts invading their homes, they begin to realize they might not survive the night. IMDb rating 6.7, Metacritic score rating 72%, Rotten Tomato critic score rating 100%, with a Rotten Tomato audience score rating of 79%. And there we have the deets.
Josh picked this movie for us, I believe. So, Josh.
I didn't really. This was Patrick, really, that
Was it?
The discussion with Patrick, he kind of picked it.
Yeah, Josh and I were talking, and I said, we should check out Host for a couple of reasons. It's short. That way we can all fit it in before we, gathered today. And then also the fact that it's very relatable to what's going on right now. It's, 6 friends on Zoom. So turn off your lights and light your candles. Bring out that thing that means
about to get
something
weird.
to you.
All right. So who wants to jump in first? Maddie, hit us.
I actually didn't watch this. I know, it was like 57 minutes.
57 minutes!
I know, crawl off my ass. So I was just kind of busy this weekend, or up to this point, and just did not get around to it. And I spent like all yesterday sleeping because I had a migraine. So, not conductive for horror movie watching. I will watch this eventually because, hello, 57 minutes is how you talk dirty to me. Like, that is hot. But, no, this looked fun. I just did not get a chance to watch it, especially, didn't she just throw it out 2 days ago?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I'm at the point where I need 7 weeks notice to do anything. So, I'm sorry.
I really dug this movie, to be honest with you. I dug the shit out of this movie, not only because it's 57 minutes, because honestly, it's like a nice tight 57 minutes. It fits perfectly in that time frame. I could have easily dealt, though, with another 10, 15 minutes of this movie, because there was never, even as a slow burn movie, it was never slow. There was always something happening in the background. And it kicked off real early, because before she even spoilers, are we doing that? Kind of?
I mean, kind of, I guess. You're not really giving away too much. Being what it is, there's only so much you can do with it, right?
Right. They kicked it off real good in the beginning, because before they even got on the Zoom meeting, there was the main, the girl called the main girl, because I don't know their fucking names.
Haley,
yeah. Was hearing the noises, and they were already kicking the noises in the background within the first couple minutes of the movie. So they started to plant that seed real early in your head that shit was going to be happening in this movie. It was really, really smart with the Zoom meetings and how they shot it, and the topic they chose to do over a Zoom meeting. I enjoy, said it was kind of my. It was, again, slow burn, but it was kind of my speed of movie, because there's always something happening. Once they kicked off into the seance, I was super in. And I think I made a comment last night in our messenger. I was like, I took a double shot of anxiety last night when I watched that movie, because it was those are the only kind of movies that really make me sit there and kind of look around the space I'm sitting in and wonder what that noise was off to my right. So they're the only kind of films that kind of at least make me sit there and think a little bit. So I really dug the movie a lot. So I was good with it.
I don't know what you would have done if you added another 10 minutes or even another 15 minutes outside of adding further backstory, which I don't think would have been necessary, or prolonging or elongating the suspense.
Right.
Once the whole thing started to go down, I think it would have killed it. I think the 56-minute mark was a perfect movie for what they were trying to do with it, and kind of following into that same, most people do about an hour long Zoom meeting, and so it felt really, really natural. I felt, anyway. I appreciated what this movie was about. Again, it's very relatable to what we're doing right now. And it honestly felt like you were kind of a fly on the wall in this Zoom meeting, which was a lot of fun. The effects I thought were done extremely well. I think one of my favorites was I think her name was Carolyn. She had the roommate that kept walking into her room on a loop.
Yeah.
But you never got to see, except for those few seconds of what was actually going on. And I won't say too much because I don't want to spoil it, but I think that was one of my favorite instances. There's not much that you really want to say about this movie, except for it's got atmosphere, it's got tension, and you should definitely check it out. Especially in the world that we're living in right now, it's extremely relatable. And watch it pitch black with the lights out. That would be pitch black in the middle of the night. I think you'll be jumping all over the place. So definitely like this film. This is a great pick.
Is this the first movie that's been done like through Zoom? Because I was kind of wondering like how long it would take them to do that.
There was like Unfriended, which was Skype.
Skype. Yeah.
Skype. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And I think there's been a handful of others very similar to it where they were on like either a Zoom call or some sort of video messaging thing. But this one was very specific to Zoom. And Greg, like you said, they kept it within that 57-minute marker, because I like how at like the 45-minute mark that screen
the little pop-up
out of time, do you still need more time, which is exactly what Zoom does. So I think that the filmmaking was really smart in that sense, in keeping true to what Zoom is, that it does cut you off eventually. And it just so happens that the movie ended at the same time, or just before the meeting itself cut them off. So I thought that was some really smart filmmaking. I think, Josh, your comment was more about knowing that they could have added another 10, 15 minutes on and it wouldn't have felt longer.
No.
As opposed to wishing that there was 10 to 15 minutes more.
Right. Yeah, that's accurate. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way, that if it was in there, I wouldn't have noticed really, but I do like, what I had just said, that they stuck to that 50-minute mark.
Right.
The 60-minute mark for the film itself. They did some really, really smart things on how each person was affected by the demon throughout, and they kind of kept the same theme going through. And this is something that I would probably prefer to talk off microphone with you guys, because I don't want to give it away, but it seemed like there was a specific death that had happened and it carried throughout. Like the demon kept the same thing throughout with each person that it had affected. I really like that, and that they handled each screen differently. One thing that did keep me really entranced in it was trying to focus on 5 different screens at one time to see if I'm missing something. So that's part of the reason that it really kept my attention throughout this entire movie. They did enough to drop in some humor to kind of let you breathe for a second and then pop you right back in. I appreciated that. The only times that I felt was unfortunate is when they tried to show the demon. There were 2 places, and I thought it was a little, I don't want to say cartoony, but they showed too much.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, there were 2 places that happened. I kind of went, either not show it or do it blurry or just a glimpse. It was just a little bit too much. But I'm not going to fault
it. It reminded me a lot of
things.
It reminded me a lot of the. It reminded me a lot of the. I'm trying to remember the name of the Shudder film that we watched. That was very Babadookian. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah,
Z,
I know what
yes,
you're talking about.
Very much Z, where you had the atmosphere, you had the tension. And then they showed the stupid thing, and you're just like, damn it.
Yeah.
Attention to detail I thought was really good, especially since this film was a COVID film. It was filmed during this whole coronavirus thing. This was not something that they had done prior to it. They make reference to it during the film by putting on masks. The one girl was upset with her dad for going out publicly and when he shouldn't have been leaving his apartment. It became very relatable at that point. And this would have been one of those movies. I did watch it twice. Both times I watched it during the day. I think I really would have dug the shit out of this movie if I would have been watching it late at night.
Yeah.
It had the potential of actually making me a little nervous had I been watching it at night. The other things I'd written down, I really don't want to go into because it's giving probably a little bit too much away. But I did appreciate how they handled the credits, because when
that was really cool.
Credits, it was basically bringing up the participant list in the chat room or in the Zoom conference and just scrolled through those. I thought that was a really neat way to do it. Overall, like I said, I thought this was a very, very smart film, very applicable to things going on now to make me relate to it more. I just say kudos to this group for putting this movie together.
Yeah, I definitely plan on checking this out. I kind of wanted to see the first COVID horror movie.
Yeah. All right. Well, we rate on three different scales.
Before we do that, Greg, I've got a couple trivia things, though. Little fun facts.
Yes.
It was scripted, but the cast was completely allowed to improvise, which I think is a wise choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Parts of the script were redacted so that the cast didn't know what was going to be happening throughout. They didn't know literally what was going to be happening. And certain things were pre-recorded and played back for the cast so that they got a genuine reaction. Like I said, it was filmed during the coronavirus pandemic, and it was based on a short film by the director where he pranked his friends during a Zoom chat pretending to be attacked by something in his attic, and he didn't inform his friends in order to get their genuine reactions to it. That video was released online and went viral.
Great.
So then he approached Shudder about making a feature-length version of it.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So those are some fun
Really
facts.
cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
We rate on three separate scales. This is our fear factor, our gore score, and our overall and would you recommend to a friend. So for our fear factor, Josh, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a strong 6. There were definitely spots in this movie where, like I said, I felt like I was getting a little nervous. So yeah, I'm gonna go with a good strong 6.
I'm gonna hang in there with a 5. Like I said in my commentary, had I been watching it at night, it probably would have bumped it up to a 6, at least.
I'm actually going to give it a 7 because I watched it just before we started casting, so it's the middle of the day. But there was a lot of tension, a lot of atmosphere. Really, really liked that. And when I finished it, I was like, God damn it, I should have watched this when it was pitch black out because it would have been so much more effective. So when I go back and actually watch it in the middle of the night, it's going to sit on a 7 for me. So gore score, Josh.
Yeah, I didn't feel like there was a ton of spots in it, but I mean, the gore they had in there was good. So probably a 3 or 4. 3 or 4? 4? Let's go 4. Mm-hmm. 4 sounds good.
4 sounds good. Patrick?
I would give it about the same, 3 or 4. Yeah, there really wasn't a whole lot of it, so they couldn't really get too much in depth with it. But yeah, 3, 4.
And they didn't need it. It would have ruined the whole fucking movie.
Really, yeah, I agree. I agree.
No, I'll sit on that 4 as well. There's not a lot of blood. There's a couple scenes, but really I think the gore lies in kind of what you don't see. I don't want to go any further than that just because I don't want to give spoilers. I definitely think you should check out this movie, but at the end when things start happening and cameras start sitting still, we'll leave it at that. I think is what can be left up to your imagination, and I think they did a really good job with that. So 4 for me. Overall, would you recommend to a friend? Joshua?
I'm going to go with a 7, and I'm going to go with a hell yeah. I would. You know what? I would recommend this to a non-horror fan because I think this is a nice, safe intro to horror. It's not
starter pack.
Starter pack.
Yeah, I'd put that in the starter pack for sure. So yes, I think it's a nice little intro. My daughter walked in at one point during the movie and was kind of watching it for a second, and then she got a little bit nervous and she ran away. But she did sit in it for a little bit. So yeah, I think it's a nice little intro to horror.
All right, Patrick.
Yeah, I give it that 7-8 ranking right there. I definitely would and have suggested this for people to watch. I just had a lot of fun with this one.
I'm going to give it an 8 just because of the ingenuity of what it was, being able to do what it's doing during the time that it's doing it. I'm sure production was ramped up because they wanted to make sure that it hit within this time, and because people aren't wearing masks, they could probably make a second or a sequel here coming up shortly. So, but I'm going to give it an 8. I was incredibly impressed with this. I think the runtime was absolutely perfect. How they set up everything with that Zoom call, I think was fantastic. So 8 for me, and high recommendation. Would definitely throw this in a starter pack and with Halloween coming up, make sure you check this one out.
Yep.
All right. Does anybody have any plugs that they wish to throw out before we hop to the barbershop?
I'll just do one really quickly. So I have a friend that I've known for a really long time, and she's a very talented photographer, and she is currently booking family portraits for a very reasonable price. She does social distancing. She's got a mask. She's got everything. You can check her out on Facebook, Instagram, and her own website. She is Charity Joy Photography. She makes everything really fun. My dog actually turned a year old. Since I'm psychotic, I had her come over and take some little birthday pictures of him, and they turned out so cute. She does super candid. She really captures the moment. So I definitely want to give her a shout out, and would definitely suggest anyone that's looking for family or wedding photography soon to check her out.
Anybody else?
So if you're a fan of the Frightcast, and we know that you are, help us out. Make sure that you head on over to iTunes or whatever platform that you're listening to, and make sure that you rate and review us. Also, make sure to check us out online at midnightfrightfilms.com. You can catch some of our short films there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this
That
is
got significantly shorter, Patrick.
I didn't have it written down, so I couldn't remember all the stuff I normally do.
It's all good. It's all good. I am Greg the Movie Guy with Joshua, Maddie, and Patrick. We are the Midnight Frightcast, and we will catch you on the flippity flip.